Welcome to English Conversation Café. Learn English through natural conversations.
Okay, Max. I'm going to say something to you, and I just need you to tell me what you heard. Ready?
Okay. Sure, go ahead.
What do you want to do later? I'm going to get a cup of coffee and a sit down.
I'm sorry, what?
See that face? That is the face.
That is... Okay, I genuinely did not catch all of that. And I speak English.
Exactly. That is literally the face of every English learner watching this right now. That moment of complete panic.
Did they just switch to a different language moment?
And what I said was completely normal, everyday English. I said, slowly now, what do you want to do later? I am going to get a cup of coffee and sit down.
When you say it like that, it sounds so obvious.
But at native speed, it becomes noise. Beautiful, terrifying noise.
And that, right there, is exactly what today's episode is about. Welcome to English Conversation Café. I'm Max.
And I'm Haley. And today, we're diving into something that basically every English learner struggles with. Like every single one.
Why native English sounds so fast and so hard to understand, and what you can actually do about it.
And we are not going to give you boring advice like, just listen more. Thank you. So helpful. Wow, groundbreaking.
We're going to explain exactly why English sounds blurry and fast, even when it isn't. And we're giving you 7 real, research-backed techniques that actually work.
7 techniques. Real ones. Not a single buy a textbook in sight.
By the end of this episode, you are going to understand something that most English teachers never explain. And once you hear it, you cannot unhear it.
So if this sounds like exactly what you need, and it is, trust me, hit that subscribe button right now. It really does help us reach more English learners, and we are so grateful for every single one of you.
Now, let's talk about why English sounds like one giant blurry word. So I want to start with a story. I had a student once, sharp, motivated, genuinely impressive. She could read an English newspaper without a dictionary. Grammar? Almost perfect. Vocabulary? Really strong.
Okay, she was absolutely crushing it.
She was, until she tried to watch Friends.
Oh no.
Episode 1. She sat down, turned it on, and within about 5 minutes, she turned it off and told me. And I remember this very clearly. She said, "Max, I don't understand anything. They are not speaking English."
I mean, she wasn't entirely wrong.
Okay, fair. But the point is, this woman had studied English for years. Years. And she couldn't follow a sitcom made for teenagers.
And that is not a failure. That is not a sign that she was bad at English. That is completely 100% normal. Because reading English and hearing English, 2 completely different skills.
Almost totally different. And there is a very specific reason why. It has a name. It's called connected speech.
Oh, connected speech. This is the good stuff. Okay, Max, explain it.
So when you learn English from a book or in a classroom, words are taught separately, clearly, like this. I am going to go to the store.
Very neat. Very robot.
But when real people speak naturally, at a normal speed, those words don't stay separate. They crash into each other. Sounds disappear. New sounds appear. The whole sentence kind of melts together.
I am going to becomes Emma.
Want to becomes wanna.
What are you doing becomes what are you doing?
Don't you becomes don'tcha.
It's wild. The English language is just lazy? Sorry, English.
Not lazy, efficient. Humans naturally reduce sounds that don't carry important information, so we can focus on the words that do. It happens in almost every language, actually. It's just nobody warns English learners about it.
So, if you've been sitting there thinking native speakers are mumbling or talking too fast or being rude, they probably aren't. Their mouth is just doing English things.
And once you understand what those English things are, you can start training your ear to hear them. The words are still there. You just need to know what to listen for.
It's like, you know how when you first look at one of those magic eye pictures and you see nothing? Just chaos? And then suddenly the 3D image appears and you're like, wait, it was always there?
That is a perfect analogy. The meaning is always there. We just need to train your brain to see it.
We're the magic eye of English podcasts.
That is going on the channel description.
Okay, so we have 7 real techniques for you. Let's get into it. Technique 1. Max?
Stop trying to understand every single word.
What? You just said, stop trying to understand.
I know it sounds backwards, but this is genuinely one of the most common mistakes that learners make. When you're listening and you hit one word you don't know, what happens?
Immediate panic. Full system shutdown.
And while you're panicking about that one word,
The next 3 sentences are gone. Just gone. And now I'm completely lost and I have no idea what's happening.
exactly. That's what I call the panic trap. You get stuck on one thing you missed, and while you're stuck there, the whole conversation moves on without you. And suddenly, you're not just lost on one word, you're lost on everything.
So, what do we do instead?
You listen for the gist. The gist, G-I-S-T, means the general idea, the main point. You don't need every word to understand what someone is talking about.
Like, if someone says, I was so tired yesterday, I just blah, 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 and fell asleep on the couch. Even if you miss some words in the middle, you know they're talking about being exhausted.
Perfectly put. Context fills in so many gaps. Your brain is actually incredibly good at this naturally, if you let it work. The panic trap is what stops it.
So, lesson 1. Get the gist first. Catch every word. Eventually.
And that leads directly into technique 2. It's called the listen twice method.
This one is so good. This actually changed things for me when I was learning Spanish.
The idea is straightforward. When you practice listening, a video, a podcast clip, anything, you listen twice. First time, no subtitles, no transcript. Just listen. Try to understand the main idea. What's happening? Who's talking? What's the general topic?
First listen is basically just taking the temperature of the conversation.
Exactly. Then second listen, you turn on the English subtitles, or you pull up the transcript, and now everything clicks into place.
Because you're not using the subtitles as a lifeline from the start. You already did the hard work. Now you're just filling in what you missed.
And research on listening comprehension really does back this up. Focused, active listening, where you're genuinely working at it, builds skill much faster than just passively having English on in the background.
Although, I want to defend passive listening for a second. Background English is still valuable.
Absolutely. It helps your brain get used to the rhythm and sound of the language. It's like jogging versus doing actual sprint drills. Jogging is still exercise. But if you want to get faster, you need the drills too.
I do love a light jog.
Technique 3. This one is called transcription practice.
Oh, this one sounds simple, but it will humble you. It will genuinely humble you.
Tell them.
So transcription is when you listen to a short clip, like 30 seconds, maybe a minute, and you write down every single word you hear, word for word.
And the power of this is that it shows you the exact gap between what you think you heard and what was actually said.
I tried this once with a British cooking show. Just 30 seconds. I went in feeling very confident. Very prepared.
How did it go?
I wrote down lovely biscuit chew instead of lovely biscuit dough. I genuinely thought chew was a British word. I was ready to defend it.
But that is exactly the point. You found a real, specific gap. And now you know, dough in fast British speech can sound like dough or even blur further. You've closed that gap.
Knowledge through humiliation. My personal learning method.
The important thing is, every gap you find is a gap you can close. And every time you close one, your listening gets a little bit sharper. Okay, we are halfway through, and I want to do something live. Technique 4. Have you heard of a technique called shadowing?
Shadowing? Like following someone around?
Kind of. Shadowing is when you listen to someone speaking, and at the same time, you repeat what they say out loud. Like an echo. You don't wait for them to finish. You repeat as they speak.
Oh, like you're their shadow. That's actually a really good name.
And it sounds simple, but it is powerful because it forces your brain to process sounds at full speed. You cannot slow down. You cannot pause and think. You hear it, and immediately you say it.
Okay, let's do it. Right now, live on the podcast.
Right now?
Live shadowing challenge. I will shadow you. Go.
All right. I'll start slowly and then speed up. Repeat right after me. Don't wait. Ready?
Ready.
She told me she'd meet us at the cafe at 3.
She told me she'd meet us at the cafe at 3.
Good. Now faster and with connected speech. She said she want to stop by before heading home, but don't know if she's gonna make it.
She said she want to stop by before headin'. Wait. Dunno? Gonna? Okay, I lost it.
And that stumble is exactly what makes this useful. Dunno is I don't know, collapsed into 2 syllables. Gonna is going to. Headin' home is heading home with the G dropped.
My brain just filed those as unknown sounds and moved on.
Which is what every learner's brain does at first. But the more you shadow, the more those sounds become familiar, and your ear starts to catch them automatically.
So how do you do this at home? Like, practically?
Find a short clip, a podcast, a YouTube video, an interview, something just slightly challenging for you. Play it and repeat everything out loud as you hear it. Same clip, 5 or 10 times. You'll be surprised how much better you get by the 5th run.
And record yourself while you do it. Compare your version to the original. It's a little painful, but very, very educational.
Lovingly painful.
The best kind. Okay, technique 5. And this one is about something really simple. Time.
Specifically, how much time and when. Research consistently shows that 20 minutes of focused listening practice every day is more effective than doing a 3-hour session once a week.
Which is kind of a relief, because I do not have 3 free hours on a Saturday.
The brain learns through repetition spread over time. You can cram for a history test the night before. You genuinely cannot cram for a language. The brain needs time to process and consolidate what it's heard.
I learned this the hard way. During 1 week, I didn't practice at all, and then I tried to do 4 hours in 1 day to catch up. Did not work.
So the takeaway is, be consistent before you are intense. Even 15 or 20 minutes every single day is genuinely powerful. While you commute, while you make breakfast, while you do the dishes.
Stack it into your routine. Don't treat it like homework you have to sit down and do. Just let English be part of your day.
Technique 6. This one is a little sneaky. Haley?
Okay, so this one I love. When you find a podcast, a show, a YouTube channel that you're comfortable with, like you understand maybe 70 or 80%, don't stay there forever. Speed it up.
Most platforms have a speed control. Try bumping it to 1.1 times. or 1.25 times. It feels fast at first, but because you already know the voice, you already know the context, your brain adjusts surprisingly quickly.
You're basically tricking your ear into getting comfortable with faster speech in a safe environment. The content isn't scary because you know it. The speed is the only challenge.
Like running on a treadmill and increasing the speed by just a small amount. Same track, same shoes, just a little faster.
I've been listening to this podcast at 1.5 speed. Not gonna lie.
I am choosing not to take that personally.
For the record, you sound great at 1.5 times. Very crisp.
Thank you, Haley. Technique 7, and this is the last one, accents.
Oh, accents. My actual favorite topic. Not gonna lie, this one's a big deal, eh?
Okay, so that was Haley's attempt at a Scottish accent.
A very solid attempt, I think.
And it actually illustrates the point beautifully. English has an enormous range of accents. American, British, Australian, Irish, Scottish, South African, Indian English, Singaporean English. And they can sound very, very different from each other.
If you've only ever trained your ear on one accent, say standard American English, you are going to struggle the moment you encounter a different one, even if your vocabulary and grammar are excellent.
And this isn't a small problem. I have met native English speakers from the United States who genuinely struggle to follow a thick Scottish or Northern Irish accent. Even native speakers sometimes have this issue.
So the goal is not to understand every accent perfectly, at least not right away. The goal is exposure. The more different accents you hear regularly, the more flexible your ear becomes. It adapts.
Try to vary what you listen to. If you always watch American content, add some British YouTube channels, some Australian podcasts, something with an Indian English presenter. A little bit of variety goes a long way.
And don't be discouraged if a specific accent feels really hard. That just means your ear hasn't been exposed to it yet. It's not a language problem. It's just a practice problem. Fixable.
The ear is a muscle. You train it exactly like any other muscle.
If only my actual muscles were this easy to train. You can do it from the couch.
That is genuinely the advantage.
Before we get to the Café Rewind, we have a question for all of you listening right now.
We want to know, what is the hardest part of listening in English for you? Is it fast speech? Is it different accents? Or is it slang and expressions you've never heard before?
Tell us in the comments. We read every single one. Honestly. And your answer might actually shape a future episode. So you could literally help build the show. That's kind of cool, right?
We'd love to hear from you. All right, it's time for the Café Rewind, where we go back through today's episode and pick out the most useful expressions.
Because good listening also means catching the vocabulary. And today, we had some great ones. Let's go.
Expression 1. Get the gist.
Get the gist means to understand the main idea of something, even if you don't understand every single detail. You don't need everything, just the general point.
For example, the lecture was really fast, but I got the gist. They're talking about climate change.
Expression 2. The panic trap.
The panic trap is when you get so focused on one word you missed that you stop paying attention to everything else, and then you're completely lost.
Don't fall into the panic trap. If you miss a word, just keep listening and trust the context.
Expression 3. Tune out.
To tune out means to stop paying attention, usually without even meaning to. Your brain just drifts away.
The conversation was moving so fast that I completely tuned out after the first minute.
Expression 4. Keep up with.
Keep up with means to stay at the same pace as something or someone. If you can't keep up, things are moving faster than you can follow.
At native speed, it's really hard to keep up with the dialogue at first. That's completely normal.
Expression 5. Pick up on.
To pick up on something means to notice or recognize it, often something small or subtle that not everyone catches.
After a few weeks of shadowing practice, you start to pick up on the rhythm of natural English speech.
Expression 6. Run together.
When sounds or words run together, they blend so closely it's hard to hear where one ends and the next begins. This is connected speech in action.
At native speed, the words just run together. Going to get sounds like gonna getta.
Expression 7. Train your ear.
To train your ear means to practice listening until your ear naturally recognizes sounds, rhythms, and accents that you couldn't catch before.
The more real conversations you listen to, the more you train your ear, and it gets easier every time.
And expression 8, the last one, word for word.
Word for word means exactly, every single word, nothing missed or changed. Understanding something word for word means you caught everything.
You don't need to understand it word for word right away. Start with the main idea, and the details will come with practice.
And that is a wrap on episode 27 of English Conversation Café.
We genuinely hope today helped, because listening is one of those things where you can feel like you're doing something wrong. Like, why can't I understand this? Am I stupid? And the real answer is just, nobody explained to you how English actually sounds in the wild.
It's connected speech. It's reduced sounds. It's gonna and wanna and don'tcha. It's different accents. It's the speed of real conversation. It is not a reflection of your intelligence or your effort.
It was never you. It was always the gap between textbook English and real English. And now you know the gap exists, and you have 7 real ways to close it.
To recap quickly, listen for the gist, not every word. Use the listen twice method with subtitles strategically. Try transcription practice to find your gaps. Use shadowing to train your ear at full speed. Be consistent. Short daily sessions beat long ones. Speed up familiar content gradually and expose yourself to different accents.
7 techniques, all of them real, all of them backed by research, all of them things you can start today.
Okay, Haley, I think it's time for our goodbye.
Oh, I'm doing it in full native connected speech. Ready?
Ready?
Aight, spin real. Thank you so much for watching. Don't you forget to like and to subscribe. Means the world to us. See you next time. Bye.
She said, "It's been great. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It means the world to us. We will see you next time. Goodbye."
You're literally training their ears right now.
That is the whole episode in one sentence.
Full circle. Beautiful.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please do subscribe and leave us a like. It genuinely helps us reach more English learners around the world, and it means everything to this little cafe of ours.
And leave a comment telling us what accent you find the hardest to understand. I'm taking notes. Seriously.
Thank you so much for listening. Keep training that ear, keep showing up, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye!
Thank you for listening. We hope today's conversation helped you understand real English better. Subscribe and join us for the next episode.